Welcome to the last match of our round 2 winners bracket. It is between Patch Base down here in the bottom left. We have Slammer on Hydros, Double D on Vela, and Dragomandril on Ares. Against free agents number 5, we have F Julian on Celesta, Tutang on Alter, and Nexter on Vex up here in the top right. Now let's go take a quick look at what our teams are going to go with. We see Double D going for an Engineer Juggernaut, we see another Juggernaut from Drago, and a Warp Drone from Slammer. Also we can see here from Tutang, we have one Patchbot, one Sentinel. From Nexter we have an Engineer, and pretty basic stuff from Julian. So let's go and see how this game is going to go. We have Drago going off, probably going for that camp, and it looks like one of them might try and steal something. Let's see what they are going to be building. Drago is going to go with Sandstingers, Double D is going for Raptors, while Slammer is going for Scuttle Guards. Nothing too crazy down there, except from Drago he's going to get a lot of Bioshards. Slammer wants to engage in here, try and pick something off. Instead, not really much is done at this point. We see Tutang and Nexter. They are going to take down that camp. This one has already been kited back by Julian. Nicely done there. And it looks like everything is pretty much equal at this point. Now Double D could use his ability to try and snipe that. It does not seem like it, and Nexter and Tutang are going down here to the bottom right to farm some neutral critters. In the meantime, Double D is going to take his easy camp all the way down here, while Slammer and Drago are doing the same on top. We see Julian is already on top of those neutral critters, and Nexter and Tutang are actually doing a fair bit of work down here. So let's check our composition again. We see Julian going for Tech 2, Slammer still going with those Scuttle Guards, only now starting Tech 2, while Drago has Tech 2 queued up. Double D going again for Tech 2 as well, and Nexter already getting his Devilkin Dervish, while Tutang is getting his Tech 2. So pretty much everything is going about the same at this point in the game. 1 minute until the first Titan. Double D manages to take control of this bottom right side of the map, while Tutang and Nexter are going to eliminate that easy camp down there. Drago by this point has a lot of Sandstingers, and while they are going to do a lot of damage, he has to be careful how he chooses to utilize them. And we also see that Dervish is now spawning for Nexter. Double D with his superior range and that very nicely placed ward down there is able to avoid getting surrounded by Tutang and Nexter. And it looks like Slammer and Drago are actually pushing down there. Drago getting really low, careful there not to lose his hero, but he ends up losing quite a few Sandstingers in the process. Apparently he just wanted to dish out some supply and get some Devilkin Dervishes. The first Titan is going to come in 5 seconds, and both teams should be getting ready. Julian does have 2 purifiers by this point, and he is able to take that siege. Nicely done there. I don't think there is something that can break that little siege that he has installed up on his Titan. Those purifiers are going to give the red team superior DPS during this Titan fight, and if they want to contest this, our blue team has to engage there. Double D with some nice snipes there, using his superior range to take out those wisps. But those Spitfires are a lot more tanky than the wisps, and they can take a lot more damage. It looks like Slammer is going to engage down here, taking down one purifier. The other one is quite heavily guarded, and it looks like they want to re-engage. Drago now has his Devilkins as well, but with that Bramblethorn is going to be quite problematic for our blue team. There is still the Purifier in there, dishing out some good shots on those Scuttle Guards. The Scuttle Guards are tanky indeed, but they are going to go down from those purifier shots, and Slammer actually is taken down by that purifier that is causing a lot of havoc in the middle of the map. Drago is now going to go for ability power level 2. Double D is still on Raptors. The blue team has lost the Titan fight, but that Titan is pretty low. It looks like our red team now has one Exafiend as well from Nexter, and the patch beasts really have to defend this push. Tutang is still in here. He's looking to find a way to engage, while Julian is going to go around, but he only has one purifier. He cannot engage the other towers. It looks like a nice surround was going to happen on Tutang there, but instead just picking off a few new units. That Titan manages to take down one tower, and in the meantime Nexter is going to go for tech level 3. Tutang getting 2 more Bramble Thorns, while Julian is trying to get that Purifier heavy army. And it looks like he wants to bolt. That Purifier might actually go down, then down it goes. Those Raptors have a lot of range, and they are really good at picking off units like that. Nexter is up here, uncontested at this point. Slammer wants to go and pick up those Bioshards, and he has one Ancient Ice Frog on the way. Double D is going to get the sharp focus. That's going to give even more range to his Raptors at this point. And actually that is a lot more damage for the Raptors as well if his ability hits. So let's see what Slammer wants to do. He wants to take out this ward. He has a healthy army of Scuttle Guards. One Ancient Ice Frog is coming. And Nexter is still up here getting 2 Apocalypses. It is fairly early. Medium camps have indeed spawned, and it looks like Slammer is on top of that. Drago cannot really engage into this right now. He is able to take down that ward, but the Purifier Siege is set up and he cannot really go in there to engage. So he's just going to wait for his teammates. In the meantime, kill 1 or 2 critters. And as you saw right there, that Purifier shot can do a lot, and right now Julian is repositioning his Purifiers. This camp is lost for the blue team. As we can see, we do have a Bioshard advantage for the red team right now. Roughly 300-400 Bioshard for our red team. Let's see what do they want to do with it. Slammer is still going to get physical resistances. Julian is still going for Purifiers, and he has queued up a lot of Bioshards. Tutang getting tech 3, and Nexter, he should really pump up some more Apocalypses and Ember Fiends at this point. 2 Exafiends is nice, but they would rather be Ember Fiends at this point. And we see Drago comes here to contest. He might be able to get down, and watch out! Wow, that Apocalypse shot just annihilated his army. That was a little bit of a bad misclick from Drago there. Double D wants to get in here and see if he can snipe a few units. He's going to be content to get to that creep. And the Purifier Siege is now back online on this side of the map. Nexter and Tutang are just slowly clearing away those easy creeps, while Slammer is trying to pick something off in the middle of the map, not letting them overextend down here, because the next Titan fight is right around the corner. We see this Juggernaut. It wants to go for the Warp Spire, but it is going to be a little bit late. Those Purifiers are on time down here. That Ice Frog ability not really hitting anything, but the first Titan is going to come, and the red team is out of position for it. They have to get back to the middle of the map if they want to stand a chance. What they have is this Purifier Siege, but if they cannot lay it down before the Titan fight, then it is going to be incredibly hard for them to get back in this. And we see Julian right now. He is trying to get back to the middle with those Purifiers. Double D definitely does not want that to happen, and is going to try to keep him away, but those Purifiers and that range combined with those Apocalypse shots are going to keep him at bay quite a lot. And Titans have now spawned, and it looks like the Purifier Siege is not quite ready at this point. That spread is really good. Basically just denying those heat waves. Drago now has 2 Ember Fiends. And watch out for that Apocalypse shot, taking out 2 Devilkins. Nice Apocalypse shots from Nexter. Those destructive prophecies are really doing some work. And now we see those 2 heat waves coming up. Another destructive prophecy, not really hitting anything. And those Bramblethorns are going to be chasing Double D quite far back. It looks like the red team is again managing to win this Titan fight. Watch out for that. It doesn't really go down. Drago instead goes down, and that Exofiend gets taken out as well. Nice dodge there by Double D, but he has to be careful not to lose his entire army. There are still purifiers in the middle of the map. And it looks like Slammer is doing a good job at keeping his unit alive. There is still this Aquadillo there, so he might want to move it back so that it is not going to get killed. It is a very expensive unit, and you don't want to lose that to towers. We also see a sludge right now. The Bioshard difference is slowly starting to not matter all that much, only 200 left. And we see that Ice Frog ability pinning the sludge down. They really want to take down that sludge. We see more Ember Fiends, more heat waves coming from those Ember Fiends from both sides. But again, the red team has secured the medal, and it is going to be difficult for Patch Beasts to try and break this siege. It looks like they're not going to attempt it, and the Drago is maybe looking for some destructive prophecies down there. Drago, Double D and Slammer are all down here expecting the Titan, which is instead going to go around and for that tower, and it is going to be hard for them to get into that position. It is going to take a long time. Watch out for those destructive prophecies there on both sides, and that one did hit, took down 1 Devilkin. This tower gets taken out by this Titan as well. And it looks like we're going to see a heat wave from Nexter there. That Ice Frog ability is going to get 1. Watch out for that destructive prophecy. Nicely done by Slammer there, keeping his Ice Frog alive. And they do have to dodge those heat waves, and that Warp Spire might actually go down. We see some destructive prophecies trying to keep that Titan from destroying the Warp Spire, but does indeed go down, and we see the sludge is regenerating right now. Nexter is going to go for ability power level 2, Blast Beat and Engineer. So overall upgrades and 1 Engineer. Let's see what Slammer wants to do. He is only going for 1 Scuttleguard at this point. Double D is now incorporating Deadeyes, while Drago is rebuilding his army. Slowly but surely. He does have 2 Ember Fiends, 2 Apocalypses, and soon to be 2 Devilkins. Hard camps have now spawned for 10 seconds, and Drago wants to get in here. Julian, if he would have managed to make this siege, he might have been able to take down that camp before Drago would arrive. But it looks like he is a little bit late, and he wants to just leapfrog those purifiers. That is a very nice strategy, because those heat waves can just annihilate the purifiers. Let's see what's going down in the bottom right part of the map. Slammer is looking for an engagement, and that Ice Frog is going to catch Nexter. Those destructive prophecies are going to hurt Slammer instead. We see 3 Bramblethorns, a nice freeze there on 2 of them, and the sludge. We also see an ultimate going down from 2 Tank and 1 from Nexter. Nexter gets taken down by that really heavy army from Slammer. 2 Aquadillos and 2 Ice Frogs. 1 Aquadillo gets taken down. Double D is doing a good job at kiting this this sludge as well. And it looks like this hard camp is still intact. Only 1 purifier left for Julian. It looks like Drago was able to pull something out of the hat up there. But the red team has to retreat, and this is a good opportunity for Patch Beasts to take this hard camp and eventually take the lead in resources. 2 Tank is still running around with 3 Bramblethorns. We also see 1 Iron Cannon going down on the top left side of the map. It is going to be really good at destroying this tower. I don't think the blue team is going to be able to get in there quite as fast. More destructive prophecies going down to eliminate this hard camp really fast. They don't want to be ambushed down here. Slammer was doing a good job at keeping them at bay as well, and we see that they want to go for their safe hard camp inside their base. The same might be true for patch beasts down here. It is going to be interesting to see if any of them are going to risk going up there for that one. It looks like Slammer wants to take down that iron cannon, but it does indeed manage to finish off that tower in time. The blue team is going to go for the top left camp, which is a good decision by them. The red team is still busy clearing out what's left of their hard camp inside their base. So Slammer and Drago are already here. Double D is not far behind, and they're going to be able to take down this camp fairly easily. And there we go, they already engaged. Let's see what they are going to be producing. Slammer with 2 more Aquadillos, a Drago with 1 Apoc, 1 Devilkin, as well as heavy upgrades coming, and Double D getting upgrade as well, headshot for his dead eyes. Medium camps have respawned as well, and Titans, it looks like the red team is going to be on top of their Titan in here. Julian manages to rebuild his purifier army. As you can see, he has 2 more queued up. Nexter getting ability power level 3. Those apocalypse shots are going to hurt, and that heatwave is going to do the same. Nice snipes from Double D, getting 1 purifier there. Let's see if he's going to be able to get another one with those next couple of snipes. Both teams are now in the middle, and heatwaves are going off from both sides at this point. That sludge is going to be taken down with those destructive prophecies. Careful with that heatwave. Almost takes down 2 Devilkins right there. Nexter's army is really low. He has to go back and heal. Julian, it looks like he is repositioning his purifiers. So let's see what he wants to do. Slammer can engage with those Aquadillos if he so chooses. It looks like some more snipes clearing out 1 more purifier. Only 2 are left from Julian, and looks like he is not really rebuilding them at this point either. 2 tank going for upgrades. Nexter again, heavy upgrades. Drago is doing the same, Double D as well, and Slammer is going to get high volt for his Aquadillos. But it looks like a Battenhorn has joined, and wow, that Battenhorn did quite a lot. Unfortunately, it is now alone and is going to go down. Heat waves are coming in from the red team, and watch out with that Ice Frog. It might be taken down. Not yet. It looks like it is a little bit bugged. And careful with those destructive prophecies. With that ability power level 2 and 3 coming up, it is going to hurt. It looks like the red team, free agents number 5, manages to take this Titan as well. Nice Ice Frogs and Narcodillos from Slammer at this point. That Iron Cannon is now shooting at the Warp Spire as well. We see a Heat Wave coming, an ultimate from 2 tank, but this is going to be an interesting engagement. We see some snipes going on his on Nexter's army. Finally that ultimate gets cleared, 1 Bramblethorn goes down, and this is going to be interesting with those purifiers. Careful with that ultimate right there, gets 1 Ice Frog. And actually the medium creep camps are in the middle of this, and they were able to do some damage as well. The Titan now has destroyed this Warp Spire. Not really much to contest it, only Double D is down here trying to defend. Drago and Slammer are now coming down as well. But it looks like Slammer has lost quite a little bit of supply during that fight. We are now checking for the minerals, and it looks like indeed our blue team has been able to take the Bioshard lead by 2000 no less. And let's check the income. The income is pretty much the same, but this is the army count. As we can see, there's not much left for the red team in army right now. So let's see what they want to do down here. They are going to finally take down this hard camp, while our red team is taking care of the medium camps. The game has stabilized again, and it looks like the Double D is all alone down here, but he's going to manage to take those down easily. Slammer is going to be rebuilding 2 more Ice Frogs, 1 Arcadillo. Right now armies are pretty much the same, and the income is exactly the same. So this game, we can say that is as evened out at this point. The red team still has those medium camps, and they, I believe, are going to go ahead in bioshards as well. So it is going to be interesting to see what they want to do. Let's check out upgrades. We see an upgrade lead from Patch Beasts. So going down to income, it is pretty much just exactly the same at this point. Drago is still going upgrade heavy. Slammer is now getting his army back, while Double D looks like he likes this army composition of Raptors. He has incorporated 1 Windray and 4 Deadeyes in his army composition. Nexter and Tutang are going to go to the bottom right down here to try and clear out this critter camp. And it looks like the entirety of our blue team, they are in the middle and they want to push a little bit. Julian is there with his purifiers, but those purifiers are actually, 2 of them get taken down by Double D with some nice snipes there. Watch out for that destructive prophecy clearing out Drago's army again. That really has to hurt. And those another destructive prophecy going down, killing 2 Deadeyes, 1 Apocalypse and 1 Ember Fiend gets taken down as well. But that Baton Horn did some damage right there. And basically what Patch Beasts need, they have to fight with Slammer in front of them. Nice snipes again, taking care of another Purifier. And by this point Slammer's army is pretty low on health. He has to go back and heal. Drago has to rebuild at this point. He only has 3 Ember Fiends left. 1 Apocalypse is indeed on the way. And still we do see a little bit of an army lead for our blue team. And careful with that Aquadillo, you don't really want it to die. Not at this point, when the next Titan fight is right around the corner. So Double D is now going back. He has to rebuild. He has queued up a lot of Raptors and more upgrades. It looks like Patch Beasts are playing a really upgrade heavy style. As you can see, they are already ahead in upgrades and are getting a ton more of them. We see a little bit of a push here from Nexter, Tutang and F Julian. All of them are down here, but Titans have spawned and they have to reposition. They are going to be late for this Titan fight. We also see 1 Juggernaut coming now from Drago. A nice Ice Frog hit there, and some heat waves coming down, as well as some destructive prophecies. Those heat waves from the blue team are very effective at just keeping them at bay, while they're free to DPS this Titan down. And the Titan is already on half health. So we're going to see instead Tutang chooses to go for this tower, but this Titan is going to be really healthy. Nice snipes going on down there, and that destructive prophecy basically just obliterates Nexter's army right there. Incredible combo from Slammer and Drago there with that freeze. We see another freeze going down, and that Aquadillo is going to be able to kill that Apocalypse. Nicely done from Slammer again. We see some snipes trying to pick off a few of those purifiers, but it is going to come down to Slammer to engage, and we see that Aquadillo jumping in. We see another destructive prophecy going down, some snipes as well going to take down the last of the purifiers. He only has 1 left, and the Bramblethorn is going to go down. We see, however, 2 Bramblethorns and 3 Batterhorns from Tutang, which is now the only the best option for them to get back into this game. He has a lot of army compared to his teammates. We see another purifier going down there. That Battenhorn is actually going to go for those very expensive units. Gets 1 Apocalypse, 1 Ember Fiend, and it looks like another Ember Fiend is going to fall. So nicely done from Tutang there. And another Battenhorn is going to charge in, but he is going to be taken out fairly easily. This Titan is still alive. It went in with full health. So we see more snipes coming in from Double D. This tower actually doing some damage. They could just pick it off at this point. And we see Slammer going to do just that. And they are going to retreat at this point. This Titan, however, is going to take down that archive tower, and is going to be able to do some damage to this healing generator. Those ion cannons were doing a little bit of work. We see this engineer now gets taken down, It is not going to kill the healing generator, but the warp spire is gone on this side of the map, and same can be said for the right side of the map, so they can only warp in right here. We see 2 quadrupuses up for Slammer up in the base. This Juggernaut is going to try and go back around. I'm not sure what he wants to do with it. Maybe pick off that healing generator or try and do some damage to the archive. We see Hard Camp is still here. Slammer is all alone. His army is now just healing, and the red team is going to go for this Hard Camp. We can see army is still in favor of the blue team. Now let's check. Resources is about the same, 800 plus for our blue team, but now that the red team is able to clear out this camp, they're going to start recuperating quite a little bit. This Juggernaut has arrived, and he is indeed picking up bioshards. Nicely done from Slammer there, incredible. And let's check out what we are going to be building. We see Drago is going to go for Ember Fiend, Devil King, and the Ember Fiend upgrade. Slammer is going to go for more upgrades, and the Warp Drone as well. Interesting that he might try to backdoor this lone archive. And Double D is just going to go for his upgrades. There is still a little bit of a Bioshard gap between those teams, and the hard camp up here has respawned. We still have 1 aerial unit down here. Drago can actually pick this off fairly easily with some destructive prophecies if he chooses to. And it looks like the red team is going to move in. They are looking for an engagement, even though their army is a little bit behind, and we also saw another high-tech unit being sniped there by Double D. Julian only now has 2 purifiers and 2 zephyrs to control, and he is rebuilding 1 wind ray, 1 precognitor, and 2 more purifiers. Looks like they want to go for this tower, and they are going to be able to get it. But this round from Drago, let's see what he can make do. That destructive prophecy was really good. Some heat waves would have been nice there to just cut off their retreat. But at this point, I believe that Patch Beast is just playing as safe as possible. They are looking for the next Titan fight. They know that they are ahead. Army in supply as well, and in resources, so they are not going to risk anything crazy at this point. Even though I would like them to see going and take down that hard camp up there. Titans have now spawned, and just like Slammer is going to abandon that medium camp in favor of the Titan. We see another purifier that gets taken down by Double D. He has been on point with those snipes this game. He has to be careful though, and we see more snipes taking down 1 Ember Fiend. Nicely done there, keeping Nexter on his toes. Heat waves are going to come down. It is going to block them quite a little bit. He has to get away from this position. Heat wave is going to go down from Drago as well in response. It is quite clever that he only put 1, and we see more snipes coming in. There we see another heat wave, just dishing out 1 heat wave at a time, trying to just block them just a little bit so that they can take care of this Titan. And we see 1 ice frog, nicely done there. More snipes taking down 1 Ember Fiend, 1 Apocalypse, and it looks like we see a missed ultimate from Julian there. 1 from Nexus that did actually hit something, and another ultimate from 2 Tank there, able to just stun Slammer's army just a little bit. We see this sludge. This sludge can be very effective against those raptors, but it is going to get taken down. Only 1 purifier left. Double D can try and snipe it. Watch out for that shot. Gets 1 Apocalypse. And Slammer with his army, there we go. He is engaging on top of that purifier. The wind ray goes down, and this Titan is going to go down, and with this I believe it is going to be game. Nexter still has quite a little bit of supply left, a few Apocalypses and a few Ember Fiends, but there is just too much of blue right now, and this Titan has a lot of health. I believe it is going to go straight for the archive. 2 Tank has nothing at this point. He is trying to delay but I don't think he is going to be able to manage it. We see one more Destructive Prophecy that does hit fairly nicely, and the full focus is going to be on this archive right now. Double D is a little behind. He is looking for some nice snipes. He can potentially take down that Apocalypse, but it is not going to matter. The archive goes down. Patch Beasts are going to advance in our winners bracket. Free Agents 5 are going down to the losers bracket.